Triple Crew, it's ibyl, and today I'm coming to you with another financial journey video. Today I'm going to be talking about twists and turns in your financial journey. So since the beginning of the year, I started off, January was pretty smooth, as you saw in those videos, where I shared about my January wins and losses. February, that's when the brakes were pressed and they were screeching. There was a halt in my plan. And I feel like when I try to stay focused and I try to stick to my goal, there's been things that have been coming up to hinder my progress. But I'm still motivated and continuing to remain focused. So one thing that came up was an account, a debt that wasn't in collections on my credit report. I'd actually forgotten about it. It was a debt from early 2000s. Well, from like 2008 or 2009. A debt I had forgotten about. And this debt appeared in the form of a garnishment. You heard it right. Garnishment. So here I am trying to stick to my list of debts to pay off, making sure that I'm putting money towards those as much as I can, making sure I'm still taking care of my active bills, still making sure I hold down my emergency fund, which I have it, my basic emergency fund funded. So make sure that that's that. And then I get this letter. And at first I'm like, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to file a motion and tell them I'm not going to pay this. They're not going to garnish my check. But at that point, it was too late. So I have learned a big lesson. This was a debt from a while ago, and I ignored the debt because I felt that I didn't owe it and it was unfair. But whether I feel it's fair or unfair, I should have fought that fight back then. But I chose the route of ignoring it. So if you have any outstanding debts, do not ignore them. Figure out how to do a payment plan on your terms before it gets to the point of them going to court about it and them saying, we're just going to take your money from you. So with the little window of opportunity I got when I got the letter from my employer, it was basically rush back to my hometown, try to get a motion filed, which would have been a fee, spend money for the gas to go home, then I have to go back again for a court, then wait to see if they're going to approve it. So at that point I figured, okay, even with all of that, I was still going to have to pay. It's just I would have been setting up a payment plan versus them deducting it straight from my check. So at that point I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to be paying the debt and more to try to stop it, or just go ahead and pay the debt. So I went ahead to go ahead and pay the debt. This was after a few tears and just upset with myself for ignoring it in the first place, ignoring it to the point that I forgot about it. And I ignored it once again because I felt it was unfair. I felt I didn't owe it. But apparently they thought I did, or felt I did, and they took me to court for it, and I didn't show up in court. So the debt is not huge, but it's money that I want, and I don't want to, it's not money I would just throw away, and I don't want to give it away. And definitely because it went to court and all of that, the debt amount that I originally spoke to them on the phone about years and years ago is much more than that. It's probably like 3 times that price, almost 3 times that original price. So that's one of the things that has been a twist, turn, a monkey wrench in my debt plan. Money that I was going to be putting towards debt that I had on my debt list, I have to pause on that to compensate for the fact that that money has been taken from my full-time check. One thing I am thankful for is that I have the part-time jobs that I shared with you all about. So I'm all right. I'm not in struggle zone. And then I also have the emergency fund. So thankful for that being a part of the financial journey, financial plan. That's like my safety net, my security net. So I'm glad I have that. But my point in making this video is that with your journey, there's going to be twists and turns. There's going to be things that come up that you weren't expecting, that you didn't think about or know about. Maybe some debts that weren't in collection that maybe you missed the mailing or you missed the call and you didn't even know you owed it. Don't let it rattle you. If you need to cry, cry in that moment, dry your tears, and then come up with a plan. My plan by default was a plan that was forced upon me. They're going to be taking money from my check. Thankfully, it's not that big of a debt. And soon I'll be done and over with it. So if you have any debts, find out what all of them are. Make sure you come up with a plan to pay them. Don't let anyone take you to court about it. And handle it when you know about it. Like, don't ignore it. That's one bad thing I did. Don't ignore debts. And that's about it. Dialogue with me in the comments below if you've ever faced garnishment. Did you avoid it? What did you do? Have you ever paid garnishment? And yeah, just let me know more about your financial journey. I love to talk with you all in the comments. See you in the next video. Peace.